It was Christmas time 20 years ago. My dad decided he wanted to take all the grandchildren to New York City for a trip. My son, who was 6 at the time, came home from that trip just excited to tell me all about the places they had gone and things they had seen. He shared one particular story with me. He talked about early one morning they were walking through Central Park. It was really cold. And as they were walking along, there was a man lying on a bench, a homeless man. He saw his grandfather, my dad, walk over, take his winter coat off, and wrap it around the gentleman and keep walking. My son ran up to him and said, "Papa, why did you do that?" And he said, "Matt, that man's very poor, and he needs that coat more than I do, and I can always buy another one." And they kept walking. When I saw the impact that story had on my son, I realized I had grown up in a servant leadership environment. You see, my dad's a very successful executive, and he's been that in a lot of prominent institutions. He's a very good leader. But more than that, he's a leader of good. You see, I think that in EO, our role is to be servant leaders. Whether we're in our chapter roles or in a regional role or a global role, we need to help our teams understand where it is that we're going, how we're going to get there, and what our role is. Once we're able to kind of define that vision, create the strategy together, and then everyone understands what their role is, as leaders, we then kind of circulate down to the bottom and serve everyone to make sure that they have the resources they need to be able to be successful in their role. Francis Fry, a Harvard business professor, defines leadership this way. Leadership is about making others better because of your presence and making it last in your absence. I'm so excited to hear that all of you are at the Regional Leadership Academy in Simi Valley, in the Reagan Library, who, quite frankly, I think is one of the greatest presidents the United States has had. Because he led with his heart, he surrounded himself with brilliant people. So by connecting brilliance with a very warm heart, he made some of the greatest decisions to lead our country. You also have two very powerful leaders with integrity standing in the front of the room leading your session. You know, you're all leaders. You're leaders in EO, you're leaders in your family, and you're leaders in your business for sure. Some of those roles require titles, others don't. But they all have a responsibility to help those we lead be the best versions of themselves. So as you engage this week in the Regional Leadership Academy, you're going to make amazing friendships that will last for a long time. You'll learn about yourself. You'll learn about leadership. What I hope you come away with is an appreciation for servant leadership. And know that you've left those you're with better because of your presence, and it will last in your absence. Thank you.